So what's going on, horror fans and pop culture fans? Welcome back to the JevMan316 Pop Culture Reporter channel. I'm your host, as always, JevMan316. And you know what time it is? Yeah, it's time to piss off some Evil Dead fans out there. I watched Evil Dead Rise recently. I posted my review, and I mentioned on there that I was going to rank it. You're not going to like it. If you're an Evil Dead fan, you need to stay tuned, because you're going to see my ranking, and I know you're not going to agree with it. So what are we waiting for? Let's get into the ranking of the Evil Dead franchise. Let's go.
Let's go.
So, hey, I said I was going to dive into this. I showed this. This is the box set that's got the Evil Dead 2, and Ash vs. Evil Dead. The first two movies are in 4K. It's an amazing box set. If you guys would like me to unbox this on the channel, have you seen it? Do you own it? I got this super cheap on Amazon one time. But the reason I brought this on here is to remind myself also that I'm not just going to do the Evil Dead movies. There's 5 movies. You got the 3 originals with Bruce Campbell as Ash. You've got Evil Dead 2013, the requel, if you want to call it that. And you got Evil Dead Rise. But Ash vs. Evil Dead is pretty fucking epic. So I'm going to include that in there. So we're going to rank 6 entries in the Evil Dead franchise. And I'm including Ash vs. Evil Dead as all one big thing. So what are we waiting for? Let's get into it. So I figured I'd piss you off from the very beginning. We're going to go from, and I'm not going to say least favorite. I love all of them. So it's just going to go with 6 to 1. My least favorite to most favorite. But like I said, I love them all. 6. So what's number 6 on my list? I'll piss you off right from the beginning. It's the original Evil Dead. Yeah, the Sam Raimi classic, The Evil Dead, starring Bruce Campbell. Like I said, this is the one that started it all.
Hey, what do you say we have some champagne, huh, baby? Huh?
Sure.
After all, I'm a man and you're a woman. At least last time I checked.
I really do like the movie, but I've watched it here recently, and I will say, you know, they should be commended, obviously, for what they did with the budget and the creativity and everything around it. Basically kickstarting Bruce Campbell's career. But it is a little dated. Some of the special effects are a little cheesy. I like my Evil Dead, as you'll see this list going, wink wink, a little more on the horror side. Great entry to start with. Kudos to everybody involved. But yeah, I'm ranking at the bottom. If I want to watch an Evil Dead movie, this is usually not the go-to one for me. Like I said, as you'll see, you'll understand why. So that was number 6. So what's number 5?
5.
We're going to go with the movie that's not in this fucking box set. I don't know why. Like they couldn't have licensed it. Army of Darkness.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up. See this? This is my boomstick.
Now, Army of Darkness was actually, I think, the first. No, maybe Evil Dead 2 was the first one I saw. But it was the first one that I owned, like, buku copies. You ended up getting, you know, the regular cut of Army of Darkness. And then the Anchor Bay was releasing title after title. You got the international cut. You got the director's cut and all that kind of stuff. I will say, like, I love Army of Darkness if I'm really wanting a horror comedy. I'm not a huge fan of medieval movies, so I think that's why it's a little lower on my list. I like Monty Python and the Holy Grail, but other than that, it's hit or miss whether I like stuff based in that era. This was Ash at his assholiness. Is that a word?
Give me some sugar, baby.
You know, he thought when he got there that he was going to be King Dick, that he was going to be the main guy. He had to get his arrogance worn off of him by fucking up, you know, saying the words. And but it's got some pretty epic moments in there, pretty iconic moments. You know, give me some sugar, baby, and all that stuff. But like I said, if I want to watch a comedy one. It's not quite right there anymore, but like I said, kudos to him for the creativity. And I really like, is it the director's cut or the international cut? One that he puts too many drops in his mouth and wakes up way in the future, like Rip Van Winkle style. I really like that ending. I maybe thought that they should have went with that, but either way, I digress. So that was number 5. So what is number 4, you might ask?
4.
Ash versus the Evil Dead, the series that I watched on Starz, and I was watching it as they were pumping the episodes out. It's really good, but if I want that version of Ash that basically is cocky as fuck, who thinks he is, God's gift to man for saving humanity, it's this one. I really like this version. Where he was at in life, I really like the concept of that.
I can make sweet, sweet love to a woman like no other man. After I lost this hand became extra sensitive.
And then the characters that ended up surrounding him, I thought they did a really good job. And I was really hoping that they would do a 4th season, but at least it sort of had a decent ending where you could stop making, stories with Ash in it and be acceptable. But either way, I really wanted another season, a 4th season. And I think, it would have they could have probably polished it up and put a bigger bow on it, so to speak, in the Evil Dead universe. But either way, yeah, Ash vs. Evil Dead, that's number 4.
3.
So yeah, number 3 in the Evil Dead franchise ranking. Wait, what the hell is this? A different shirt? This was the shirt I was previously wearing. No, actually it wasn't. My microphone fucked up. Don't tell anybody. Let's proceed. The 3rd film in my franchise ranking for the Evil Dead. I just watched it, just reviewed it. Evil Dead Rise. Check it out on the channel. Card will be up above. Really love this movie. The mother, the character there, played the Deadite. I almost think that's probably the best in the franchise.
Mom?
Mommy's with the maggots now.
Some of the other characters in it, the daughter, her daughter, and then her children, they didn't do enough to make me really care a lot about the characters. I didn't really 100% like the way that the demon, whatever you want to call her, the Evil Dead, how they were released. A little too convenient for me, but it's got some really spooky spots in it, especially like when the mother is outside wandering in the hallway. That's pretty epic. I didn't 100% like the ending either. I thought that the creature, quote unquote, that I'm not going to spoil, was a bit weak. But either way, it's a really good entry. It's got enough in there where all you gore hounds are going to like. And then, like I said, it's got enough of the Evil Dead lore around it. A lot of Easter eggs in there as well. So Bruce Campbell's got a little bit part in there. See if you can find it. So yeah, that's number 3. So what's number 2? So what is number 2? Ironically enough, Evil Dead 2. Yeah, I put a Bruce Campbell movie second. You know what that means, right? Well, let's don't get ahead of ourselves. Evil Dead 2 is my favorite version of Ash Williams as far as in the movies. I really do think Evil Dead 2, he really found his mark with the character. I thought he made it his own. It takes the first movie, basically almost a retelling of it, and then amps it up, does everything better. The effects are a little better. The comedy's a little better. He's a little better as the character. I like the Deadites a teeny bit better in this. So, yeah, it's a really fun movie. I like how the ending kind of opened it up where you were like, what the hell's going to happen in the next one? So it left you hanging a little bit. And so, yeah, Evil Dead 2, my favorite version of Evil Dead starring Bruce Campbell. So, what does that mean for number 1?
What?
Well, there's only one left. You know what the fuck that means. It means I did the worst thing that could possibly happen, right?
You are all going to die tonight.
No, I'm just kidding. I picked Evil Dead 2013. the Fede Alvarez version as my #1 movie in the Evil Dead franchise ranking. I love everything about that movie, and the unrated version's even better. It's got one of the most epic openings in horror movie history. I think the character of Mia is very believable. Jane Levy does a really good job. The reason that they got to the cabin obviously is pretty realistic with today's standards. It actually made it realistic why each of the friends would be there with her. I like the roles that they play, and damn, it's got some gore in it, man. Each of those characters, man, they just take it to the limit with the things they do to them. You got the, the needle to the eyeball. You got the one that saws her own damn arm off. You got the gore at the end when Mia fights the, the Deadite to kill it. This damn movie, I'm leaving out tons of stuff. You got the girl that saws her own face open with a piece of the mirror. Like I said, she attacks that guy. The same guy takes the nail gun shots all over him, and then the girl that lost her arm then gets her other arm shot off. So I think it does all of the classic bits from the original Evil Dead, takes it up a notch. I just love everything about it. Like I said, it had the little Bruce cameo at the end. I like the unrated version a little bit more, extends the ending with Mia. And of all the characters, other than Ash, obviously, which we kind of did see what happened to him in Ash vs. Evil Dead, I want to see what happened to Mia. That's why this one ranks ahead of Evil Dead Rise. I could care less what happened to those characters in the last one. It didn't hook me enough. But yeah, I want another movie with Mia. Maybe the two final girls could hook up. Maybe Mia and Ash could be together in a movie. But I do like how they kept it as its own thing, but it could still be in the same Evil Dead universe with its own Book of the Dead. So, oh well, I did the unthinkable. I ranked the 2013 as my highest on my ranking.
Not another peep. Time to go to sleep.
So, what do you think of that? Kill me in the comments down below. Either way, hopefully you liked my video. If you did, smash the like button. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I ask you to do that every time. Please do it. It does make a difference. And if you are a subscriber, you'll know when I post new videos by hitting the like button and smashing the notification button, because it'll let you know when I post those new videos. So I really appreciate the support. Hopefully you liked my ranking, and I know I was just being funny there at the end. Hey, it's my ranking. You can have your own. We all got our own individual rankings for different movie series.
Good. Bad. I'm the guy with the gun.
But put your comments down below. You rank the 6 that I put in there. Let me know what you think. I'd like to hear your opinion. I love when we guys chat about the movies. So speaking of that, come over to the weekends. We do live streams on Saturday, most of the time Sunday late night. And we can chat even more. So until next time, boys and girls, this has been JeffMan316. I'm, of course, your pop culture reporter, and I'm signing out saying you guys be safe out there.
Honey, I'm home.